How's the bounce going to be for him? He's taken it, and it's gone back. Oh, it's unlucky. Cruel, cruel time for them there. Yonyeskin, he's held on. Just a bounce that would have been perfect for Jamie Henry. But here's a chance with Ostrushko. Vladimisko Ostrushko. So powerful man he is. Good help from Nepovoda. Danger time. Perov, not a good pass, but still in the hands of Yanushkin. Last quarter of this game, and into the hands.
You picked it up, then you lost it forward.
It went forward. Unlucky. How unlucky. Just a little knock forward it was.
It was from Jamie Henry as well. He's out on his feet. He's had the flu all week. And that's the reason why they brought him on in the second half. But just losing the ball forward on that occasion. If the kick had been longer, Nigel, I think he would have won the race.
Yeah.
Jamie Henry.
Yeah.
Just have a look at it here. First he has a go at it. That's where he loses it. And that's good refereeing.
Well, these little moments are so absolutely vital. Japan bringing on Kuwazaru. Really experienced players coming on as well.
7 off. White, 7 off.
Exactly 3.5 minutes to go. Who's going to get into the qualifying final? 14-7. Japan, they need a try and the conversion.
Big move bringing off Yanushkin, in my view, Nigel, because he's such a good exponent of the drop kick.
Yeah, it comes on Eduard Filatov, another expert of Krasnodar, where they play sevens. He's played also in the IRBs in the George in 2010. Another problem again for Japan. Just over 3 minutes, and Russia can use up the time. That's at least another half a minute, I guess.
Yeah, it is. And the Japanese just giving away silly penalties on that occasion. They've got to control their temper. They've got to just keep their minds clear. All they need is just possession.
The line out. Well played. Worked well for Russia there. Lazarenko stepped up by Filatov again. Now a chance for Japan, perhaps now or never. Into the hands of Kotov. Jamie Henry there, and away now by Ritsenko. And that a chance. Lazarenko with the. Well, Lotatiri just didn't seem to have the pace then. Still 2 minutes to go. A try, a conversion. Japan again. Over the top though. And it goes to Filatov. A chance now. Into the hands. This is Kuwazaru under the post for the try. What a dramatic moment here with just 1.5 minutes to go. Yusaku Kuwazaru.
Well, his impact from the bench as well. The mistake at the line out initially from Japan. Advantage over because Russia had the ball and then they just tipped it back. And Kuwazaru just couldn't believe his luck. Now, this is the crucial conversion. This to tie it up.
Hashino. It's over, it's level, it's 14-14.
What about the hands of Tingeri there? Lotte Tingeri kept his eye on the ball the whole way through. Jamie Henry saying, you go, son, and level the scores, all tied up.
Kuwazaru there then from the Coca-Cola West Red Sparks. And he's played 17 times for the IRB Sevens and the Rugby World Cup as well in Moscow. Now then, who's going to get it? Could be a penalty, of course, but a try, more likely. 30 seconds to go. Russia again with the possession into the hands of the Perov.
3 red intentional.
Lazarenko held by Lotte Takiri.
Let's go for a scrap. Wait till 15.
Going to be a scrum here.
Yeah, not intentional, the knockdown either. That, of course, could have been a penalty for Russia. So this the last few seconds of this match. We're going into extra time.
4 white off. 4 white off.
It's level. Japan 14, Russia 14. One few seconds left. Will it be extra time? What a moment here. Little change here for Russia. One bear off into the hands of Filatov. It's broken. It's a knock-on. There's a chance here for Japan. And there it is, the 14 minutes used up, and so it's going to be extra time. What a start.
Yeah, it is, and well, terrific way to start the semi-finals here in Hong Kong. And now the managers have to make the most important decision as well, Nigel, because they'll meet the referee and decide whether they want to kick the ball or they want to receive it. So this is the all-important decision. I always think that you receive the ball. I'm not a big fan of kicking the ball away.
Well, what dramatic this qualifier semi-final here. So close here.
You want to receive?
Well, it's got to be a cool team here. Cool players. Nervous, no. Get behind it.
So Japan will receive the ball. That's what's going to happen. And they won the toss as well. They called correctly heads. And so they're going to receive the ball.
Well, what a prize it could be for the one of the cup final. Of course, they're not into it yet, but that's the chance. The core team for next season across the world.
And Nigel, this is where it becomes the mental toughness, isn't it? Who wants it the most? All the training, all the sacrifices that these players have given, from their wives, families, to go out and train to get to this stage for that opportunity to become a core team.
Well, will Russia turn it round? What happened in the bowl final in Moscow last year? Or who will it be? We shall see. It's level. It's a good start, actually. It's a very good kick. But Jamie Henry. But into the hands, especially into Gudok for Russia. Ostrushko set away by Kushnarev. Into the hands now of Lazarenko. Lazarenko, now who can chase it back? Fujita, well taken indeed, beautifully done. But it's Kitagawa under trouble. Here's a chance. Still, who's got the ball? It's still with Japan, I think, just about. It is. Oh, it's a dancer. Ostrushko, no try.
Offside, and also you can't play the halfback in that position, so they were offside there. You see the signal from the referee.
Well, he's a cool referee, isn't he? Rasibengi.
Good option with the kick, though. The kick and chase, and now the penalty. There it is, he's offside. You can't come through there.
Is that going into beautiful kick, a wonderful kick. My word, from Sakai.
Well, that's a heartbreaker for the Russians. They've got to trudge all the way back, 75 metres back towards their own goal line, and the other advantage for Japan is their throw to the line out.
5 minutes in the first extra time. Where's the ball? Well taken by Kuwazuru. No. Into the hands of Fujita, couldn't get there. This time it's Hashino. Good work coming from Lemeki. Perhaps an overlap here, maybe. A chance here. Into the hands of Jamie Henry. 10 minutes out. 10 metres out. Into the hands of Hashino. A real chance here. into the hands again of Fujita. Gets some support. Jamie Henry. Takiri into the hands of Hashino. Off goes Lemeki. Lemeki still going. Here's a chance. Here's a real chance. This is the chance for Takiri. And the try is Hashino. What a fantastic finish for Japan. Oh, what a heartbreak for Russia. What a heartbreak for Russia, but what a finish for Japan. They go to the final. What a game that was.
Really was. Look at Lemeki and Takiri as well, keeping his composure here. They're on the outside. They're through to the final.
There's the winner into the final. Heartbreak indeed for Russia. What a game. And there's another one to come in the final, and it will be the winner of the next game between Hong Kong or Italy.
Well, extra time win for Japan in the first qualifier semi. Not the highest standard of sevens, I suppose, throughout that match, but they'll take it, Japan. Italy, Hong Kong next. Andy Vilk, of course, coaching Italy. We spoke about it yesterday, Phil. He's done a great job with them to get them this far. What are Italy going to have to do here against Hong Kong to try and go a step further?
I think the big thing for them is to keep the shape that Andy's trying to get them to endorse. You know, I think the breakdown is going to be crucial in defence as well, and knowing when to have a go and when not to. And that's something I know he's talked about overnight. And then they just got to go for it. They're going to be tired from yesterday. The conditioning is not something that they're used to. I think that's one area that they're quite weak at, and they need to improve. But they just got to go for this one-off game, and it's you know, they're going to have the crowd against them, and you know, they just got to go for it.
The standout statistic there is that these two played in pool play, and Hong Kong won 19-0. So what do we learn from that game, and how can Italy deal with the pressure of that result?
But again, it'd be interesting to see how the Hong Kong players actually cope with this, because there's a lot of pressure on them on the home ground. Yeah. They're amateur players for all intents and purposes, these Hong Kong guys, and you know, it'd be interesting how they deal with it. But it's important that McQueen brothers, Varty and Woodward come to the forefront, because I think, you know, big players need to step up here.
OK, the promotion final on the line. Italy and Hong Kong in the qualifier semi. Let's go over to commentators.
Third time lucky for Hong Kong, or can the muscular Europeans and champions of FIRA Italy find their way through to become a core member next season?
Well, we were entertained to such a thrilling match between Japan and Russia. This is going to be out the top drawer as well, and listen to the crowd getting behind their local heroes.
So the first mistake by Italy. The coach, Andy Vilk, he was a member of the England winning cup team of 2006 here, the last time that England won here. The fourth time in the noughties, of course, and has been coach of Italy since last September. And a huge roar goes up from the stands. A near capacity crowd at the SoConfo Stadium, willing their team on. Put out to Rowan Varty, and this is the poster boy, Yu Kamshin, their top try scorer, looking to keep the ball alive, but it's given away to Kane Robertson. 47 caps for Italy. Hong Kong holding their defensive line just outside their own 22.
Interesting watching the dynamics unfold within this as Gareth Bever looks on, and the dynamics, as I said, sometimes a pass is forced. Enthusiasm can get the better of you. You have to trust in your belief, trust in your systems.
And Hong Kong will take a confidence from their 19-0 victory over Italy last evening. But then again, Italy will have learnt a great deal from that encounter with the home favourites. Lee Jones. Clean take at the line out by Alex McQueen into midfield. Rowan Barty now then. Was that a high tackle? No. Matt O'Brien is quite happy. Max Woodward with a shock of blonde hair. The youngster. Rafe Morrison, what a weekend he's had. Just 18 years of age. But on the cusp of greatness, possibly.
Well, Italy, their defence is very, very good, isn't it? Hong Kong unable to unlock it so far, and just putting that Hong Kong team under pressure.
Italy here in uncharted territory. Hong Kong have been here before and suffered the heartbreak. They defeated Georgia and Scotland in the World Series qualifiers in London last May. They lost out eventually. And what a send-off this would be for Trevor Gregory, the Hong Kong Rugby Union chairman, after 9 seasons in post. Men over on the near side as Oliviero Fabiani has a go. Fabiano from the Lazio club in Rome. They'll have to come back for an Italian knock-on.
Well, when it's tight, it's tense, but it's terrific, isn't it?
Well, we heard Gareth Baber after a slow start by Hong Kong on Friday evening say that Hong Kong were pretty ordinary, but they have come out yesterday and defeated Italy, and they must lift their game again if they are to claim a place in the final. Snapped up by Stephen Bortolussi, but again Matt O'Brien calls him back.
Yeah, Bortolussi did well though. Put a lot of pressure on Alex McQueen there on the put-in.
Yeah, Bortolussi has spent 10 seasons in Italy, born in Sydney, Australia.
Sit.
2 minutes 30 remaining of the first half. Still waiting for our first score. Varty, so deceptive, tricky, speedy. Has got good vision, good pace as well, has Rowan Varty. Morrison had a reach for that one. Into the Italian 10, over the Italian 10-metre line. Has the ball been lost? Italy, good counter-rucking by them.
Oh, I thought that was a knock-on from Italy there. As Oliviero Fabiani picks himself off the ground, but Varty with an exciting burst of electricity and break. No team really dominating at this moment in time, and the stats that are thrown up into the commentary position looking pretty even. 13 passes for Italy, Hong Kong 12 passes. That's the mistakes from Italy of 5 that is costing them dear at the moment.
Swept out there from Giulio Rubini, the long kick downfield, and Hong Kong tracking back. Parolo was giving chase though, is Fabrizio Sepe. He got the try after extra time yesterday against Zimbabwe, which brought them a place in the semi-final here.
5-metre scrum.
And Italy get the advantage of the put-in.
Well, Yukam Shing was under severe pressure, wasn't he, from Sepe? And because it touched him and went touch and go over the dead ball line, Italy will have a 5-metre scrum from which to attack. So it was an excellent kick from Italy to give them that territory, and now the attacking platform with, what, 50 seconds on the clock. This is a real strike opportunity for Italy.
Sorry, Scott, yeah, if you saw the picture there, Matt O'Brien was right on the spot, up with play.
Sit.
A chance here for Italy. Less than a minute remaining of this first half. It's nip and tuck. Good work up the breakdown there by Alex McQueen, and he's won the turnover. Exceptional work by McQueen. The kick downfield. Yu Kam Shin gives chase. But I fancy that the Italian will get there first, or will the ball just roll out of play? Foot in touch, was there? Yes, there was. Still 19 seconds to go. It'll be a line out for Hong Kong.
Giulio Rubini, he was back there for Italy. He had his mark, didn't he, on Yukam Shing?
Can't be a one-man line.
There's a much closer affair than the first semi-final, won by Japan in extra time. We're into referee time at the end of the first half. Can Hong Kong get a score before the break? This is their final chance. Poor execution there. And Italy have it.
Use it!
Dug out by Gianmarco Vian. Anywhere will do. Downfield. The bounce is kind for Alex McQueen, but is isolated though, just outside his own 22. Good chasing by Kane Robertson. Morrison. Lanky. Spindly even. Rafe Morrison. Showing great maturity for a lad of 18 years of age. Varty steps off his right foot. Not sure whether Jamie Hood was expecting that, but here's a chance. Lovely pass out. Yu comes in. Oh, he'll be annoyed with himself.
Advantage over.
But Italy keeping their eye on the prize here. Striding away, racing for the post. That was Giulio Rubini. He won't get there. But Stephen Bortolucci might. But it's that man, Sepe. Into referee time at the end of the first half, which gets the all-important first score. We've waited almost 8 minutes, and the Italians have come up trumps.
Well, lum-busting efforts, isn't it? What a tackle by McQueen to deny the Italians a try, but you've got to applaud Italy here. Their backup was absolutely superb. And Seppi, well, he did it in the semi-finals in extra time over Zimbabwe.
The conversion is successful. So Italy go into the break with a 7-point advantage, courtesy of that try from Fabrizio Sepe, his 4th of the weekend. Italy 7, Hong Kong 0.
Well, what a fantastic qualifier semi-final we're watching here. Italy 7-0 up against Hong Kong. Seppi, like he did in the extra time. Quarter-final. How much is on the line here, boys? High-stakes stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant. I mean, we're Italian fans here at the moment, to be fair, with Vilki out there. But, you know, it's been full of had everything in that first half, hasn't it? I mean, that last passage of play, end-to-end stuff, Hong Kong turnovers, Italy turnovers, but it's about controlling the ball and making sure that you keep possession, I think, is the key. Which team manages to do that in the second half, then will probably be able to assert themselves.
For a non-sevens playing nation, up to now, to all intents and purposes, Italy look to be very organised. So Andy Vilk's done a great job with them.
Well, he's had good mentors from his We've given him everything. He's done a fantastic job. It's probably, you know, he's only been in control since Christmas. So, you know, he's only done a few months, and, you know, what he's implementing is fantastic. And I think, you know, the Federation are looking to this to really develop their younger players. They want more of this. That's why they've gone with Andy Vilk to go full-time and develop the players they've got. So, you know, for Italy in this first major tournament, getting this far and doing this well, I think this will spur on the Federation to put more funding in.
Well, they've got the advantage here, Mike. They're 7-0 up. What do Italy need to do to hold on? Likewise, what do Hong Kong need to do to get back into it?
I think Italy needs to control the ball because Hong Kong will be nervous, they'll be anxious, and then the mistakes will come when they get possession. So it's about actually squeezing Hong Kong and making them feel uncomfortable with the ball and also without the ball. And then that will hopefully make them make mistakes. Hong Kong got to stay patient, got to stay composed.
Italy leads 7-0. Let's get back to the Socompo.
Jamie Hood, the captain, need to inspire his troops here. That's Ben Rimini, wearing 6, who's come on, as has the other McQueen brother. That's Tom McQueen, a dynamic runner. Rafe Morrison to straighten up, offload into Jamie Hood, into the Italian half. Well, into an obstruction perhaps. Thrown over the top to Rimini, needs help here, gets it from young Rafe Morrison. Gareth Bebe saying that Hong Kong need to score first, they might just do that. Racing for the post here is Rowan Varty, pulled down 5 metres short. The ball is lost, or is it? It squirts out. Who'll get there first? It's the try scorer, Sepe. And Kane Robertson with a long kick downfield. That won't find touch. Jamie Hood is there to bring the ball back. Hong Kong will have to start all over again. Fresh legs. Ben Rimini, Kiwi-born. Varty again to Jamie Hood. Finds blue shirts all around him. Speculative pass there, could have gone anywhere. Max Woodward doesn't want to get isolated. Rimini, once again, there's a gap opening up for him. Away he goes, over the 10-metre line, almost up to the 22. Hood is there, but excellent work by Stephen Bortolucci, supported by Sepe. Matt O'Brien keeping a wary eye on the breakdown area. I'm sure that was the best tactic. Morrison slips. Has to be careful of the squeeze ball. I think there's an advantage here to Italy.
Well, Italy are playing the breakdown far better than Hong Kong. And Hong Kong just not managing to get the extra man. They're playing into the physicality of the Italians.
Oh, it's been a very tough weekend for some of these players. Gianmarco Vian, the anguish on his face. The agony also. Italy kicked for territory through Kane Robertson, their most experienced player. 47 caps, as they say to his name, born in Auckland. His second spell now at Viadana. Brings all his experience to this crucial, vital game. Didn't quite come off down the front first time. There's a chance for Tattaglia. This is Guido Barrion, the debutant from the Fiamme Oro club. A policeman in Italy, but he's well marshalled. Out it goes. And Sepe once again cutting back inside. Can he get his second try? Yes, he can. And that could well have sealed it for the Italians. The unfancied Italians. They came here as outsiders, but look at them now. They might have been the underdogs, but they're the Bulldogs now.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't afford to give Sepe such a wide track channel to run in. And he took full advantage of it, didn't he? I think Hong Kong got sucked into that contact area, and there wasn't enough communication and dialogue amongst the defence to pull players out. And as a result, it had to be McQueen who came off his wing to make the tackle.
The conversion is missed, but Italy have a 12-point advantage. Hong Kong need to score twice. They have 3 minutes. It's certainly far from impossible.
Time's up. Hey, number two. Number two. We're going to go when you kick.
Blowing hard. That's Stephen Bortolucci. Ball bounces over the head of Jamie Hood behind his own try line. He's scuffed that one.
Well, I reckon there was an opportunity. You know, we saw in the main cup competition New Zealand scoring a try from behind their posts, and you know there's a 2-on-1 on the outside. Sepe's just had a run in at the corner there. You challenge him. You've got fast runners in Varty and McQueen outside, and suddenly you draw back into your shell. You've got to be confident if you're going to win matches in tight situations like this.
Hong Kong have stolen it. It's not over yet. Varty has got McQueen on his left shoulder. Certainly made an impact since coming on as Rimini. Wood. Oh, lovely little hit stick there. Morrison gains another 5-8 metres perhaps. The dive pass from Hood into midfield. McQueen again. They're faced by the replacement Andrea Bondono, the man wearing 7 in the bluetta.
Hold there.
Counter-rucking for all his worth. Now then, well, there's a 2-on-1 situation on the narrow side. Hong Kong
Scrum. Knock on.
with another chance there. Gone begging.
Yeah, and it just you just look at that clock and things are slipping away. You can feel the energy in the stadium suddenly dissipating, the excitement that we had at the start, because Italy all the time from this Hong Kong team.
Well, the crowd wanted an all-Asian final, a Japan-Hong Kong final. It doesn't look at this stage that they are going to get their wish.
And again, just reiterating, 6 errors from Hong Kong, 4 from Italy, and it's just that's crept into their game.
Well, only a handful of these Italian players have sevens experience, so much of the credit has to go to the man we just saw in your shot there, Andy Wilk. They've only played in 20 tournaments since the HSB series began 15 years ago, but they look as if they're within 1 game of becoming core members on the HSBC Sevens World Series circuit next season. A minute. Hong Kong need 2 scores. Hood putting pressure. That's Buondono. This is the replacement, Alessandro Castagnoli. Back there is Varty, down. Was he held down? Well, it's a penalty to Italy. And they might as well use up the clock here. 30 seconds to go, and this is going to be a famous victory for Italy.
Well, they've turned the table from yesterday, where Hong Kong beat Italy by 19 points to 0. Well, if you're an Italian,
yeah, they might just as well go for the post here. Going for the jugular. This is Luigi Nicola Fadati, the replacement. Some 12 metres in from touch. The flag is in the air. That is the killer blow, and Hong Kong, for the 4th time of asking. Well, I was sure that the flag was in the air, but the restart is from the 22. I don't think it'll matter in the long run, because this will be the final play. Italy.
Time off. He's so serious.
On the verge of a semi-final placing. A last throw of the dice for Hong Kong, that it'll be to no avail. Jamie Hood to Morrison. Now they've been outplayed by the Italians here. Hong Kong could well have the last say, though. And the crowd behind them right to the final whistle.
Advantage 3, Peter.
Rimini.
No advantage. Blue 3. In 3 up the side.
Oh, there are good things happening in Hong Kong rugby with the Olympic Centre, and 10 of the squad here, full-time athletes. But they've come up short here. Solid defence again from the Italians, but still Hong Kong come. But that is it, surely, for the hosts. Heartbreak for them, but jubilation in the ranks of the Italian squad. They are through to the qualifier final, where they will meet Japan for a place among the core teams next season. The full-time score, Italy 12, Hong Kong 0.
So yeah, as you saw, Italy are through. They have nilled Hong Kong in the qualifier semi-final, and they are through to play Japan, who took care of Russia 19-14 with a last gasp try early on. 2 very tight semi-finals. Despite the 12-0 to Hong Kong, it was a pretty tight match. Can Italy go one step further here, Phil?
I hope so. I think, me and Mike were jumping around, like lunatics in here for the Italians to do well. And I think, they showed how much they've learnt and developed over these last couple of days. And I think, them working harder at the breakdown has been more effective, putting pressure on it. You saw sometimes, the philosophy and shape that Andy Wilks installed in them. When they were against the Kosh, they got into their shape, they worked hard, they showed great work ethic, and they're going to need that again against Japan in the final.
That match is 6th.